know who it is. Industry Invaders. Your boy Cam 1111, the YouTube's Rookie of the Year, and I'm back with an absolute banger. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Why Drake is losing his mind right now? Y'all tell me why y'all think that is. Let's jump right into it. Shout out Fantastic Hip Hop too. Let's go. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good morning. And I just woke up.
Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us has officially debuted at number one.
Yes, sir.
The Drake hate wave has gotten bigger than ever, and with each passing moment.
And first of all, I want to say this. I want to say, did I not call it though? I told y'all, not only K-Dot was gonna go number one, right? But he was gonna have the biggest song in the world. He just back to back your ass. He dropped 616, right? Then he dropped Not Like Us. You dropped Charged Up, and then you went back to back. Absolutely phenomenal. Very strategic. We back. My bad, y'all. Here we go.
But the song is also wiping away some of Drake's most coveted musical achievements in the modern era, and after on a song like Push-Ups, Drake said that no matter what Kendrick Lamar does, numbers-wise, he will never catch up to him.
Well, that's what he said. Crazy.
Drake made in this beef that is already aging horribly, as Kendrick Lamar is dominating the charts like few other rappers ever have.
And I gotta say, that's what I'm saying though, y'all. It's like, bro, he literally beat you in every facet. You want to drop on Instagram? Okay, bet. Okay, cool. Okay, boom. We gonna drop on Instagram. Boom. My shit out of here. My shit do more numbers than yours. Okay, boom. You want to drop on YouTube first? We can drop on YouTube. I'm gonna drop on YouTube first. You want to leak? You want to leak some songs to see if people fucking with it? Okay, I'm gonna leak some shit and see if people fucking with it. Like, bro, he killed him in every single way, and not only that, he still have 3 songs in the top 10. Like That verse is still incredible. That's top 10. Euphoria is phenomenal. Still top 10. And Not Like Us is number 1. So shout out K-Dot.
From everything we have seen Drake himself do,
out-rapped him, outclassed him.
Scrutiny and hate coming his direction right now is getting to him in a way that, on top of how this beef has already changed the public perception of him in the eyes of millions, will change the trajectory of his entire career forever, as while we don't know what the full aftermath of this beef holds, what we do know is that Drake has been hurt in a way that will change the way he acts, and more consequently, the way he makes music. So just to put the absolutely historic run that Kendrick Lamar is on right now in perspective, where for years Kendrick remained as the most acclaimed and respected rapper of our time, and Drake was the most popular and commercially successful. Now, Kendrick...
And now that's what I always go back to. We've been misled. We've been misled. Bro, these niggas are not who we think they are. They're frauds. Don't let that go over your head. That applies to the hundreds of people, not just Drake. Rick Ross. We just did a video on it. Literally, Rick Ross. Like, it's a bunch of guys that's just frauding. You know what I'm saying? And that's just misleading us. And that's why it's just tough. It's tough. You got to be so savvy. You got to have an ear. You got to be able to read through the blurred lines and really be able to tell, like, who's who. Because it's kind of hard. Everybody looking phony right now. A lot of smoke and mirrors.
Drake's territory, as he has been on an absolute quest to destroy some of Drake's most coveted records, and just in the first days of the release of Not Like Us, Kendrick broke the record for the most streamed rap song from a solo artist in a single day, which he stole from the intro track of Drake's 2021 album Certified Lover Boy Champagne Poetry. And on top of this, he broke the record for the overall most streamed rap song in a single day, which he took from Drake again.
All achievements.
But this time being his Lil Baby collaboration, Girls Want Girls. And considering the strange subject matter of this track, it makes Kendrick overtaking this song even crazier. And beyond just these accomplishments, Not Like Us became the most streamed rap song in a single week with over 80 million streams, which beat out the record Drake held with In My Feelings by over 10 million streams. And topping all this, Not Like Us became the fastest rap song to reach 100 million.
And my point is, what can you say? Number one, I'm out of here. Are you? Nigga, are you doing these numbers? Are you really impacting culture like this? Or are you pacifying the people? You know, are the people just dancing? You know what I'm saying? The party got to end at some point. The party has to end, y'all. No matter how old you get. Drake is almost 40. The party has to end. Like, be for real.
In just 9 days, and with this record, he dethroned what was held by God's plan. So with all of these milestones from Kendrick leading him to having the strongest solo charting hip-hop song on the Billboard Hot 100 of the entire 2020s decade, after going head-to-head with some of the most anticipated diss tracks of all time, Kendrick has just stomped on Drake and shattered so many of the milestones that have allowed for him to flex and brag about how strong his numbers are, and while we don't know how this may affect the subject matter in Drake's music going forward, as he can no longer act like he is in this untouchable place number-wise, because as we've just seen with Kendrick coming to play,
we just saw it.
What he has achieved hasn't just been contested by his biggest rival, but Kendrick just straight out destroyed some of Drake's once thought to be unbeatable records by a significant margin. So with all this coming down on Drake, everyone has been watching his every move to see just what he does next, and while Drake has not put out anything new musically since his laughable response to Kendrick with The Hard Part 6,
embarrassing,
he has been active once again on his social media, with the most revealing thing he has done being his story post that said, "Good times, summer vibes up next," and with this caption and the picture of it, which showed one samurai against an entire army. Here it seemed like Drake was referring to the scuffle he has been in with Kendrick and so many other major players in the music industry, which while we all know this has been anything but a good time for Drake.
Now let me ask y'all this. Is that Drake throwing in the towel? Talking about summer, like coming out with new music for the summertime, like Summer Vibes and the party again. He bringing up the party. Is that him throwing in the white towel, the white flag? It's, yo, bro, fuck this Kendrick shit. Like, I'm not fucking with the Kendrick shit no more. Is that him stepping away? Because the Hard Part 6, once we decoded it and broke it down, the Hard Part 6 is non-valid. Like, straight up. Is it a good record? Sure. Is the beat phenomenal? Sure. But it's a bunch of lying. He lied. Y'all niggas worship him. He lied.
It's clear that Drake is trying to get his fans back on board the hype train, as he's not just
Shit,
trying to
I'm
close
gone.
out this
I ain't
beat and make
fucking
the
with
absolute horror show that has rained down on his career seem not as bad as we all know it is by calling it a good time. By saying Summer Vibes next, it looks like Drake is leading us to think that he will have new music on the way that isn't dissing Kendrick or driven by any sort of intense lyrical jabs, and instead will just give us the melodic and fun Drake that has given us so many of the most memorable hits of the last decade.
You're 40.
And Drake is going to follow up this feud that has turned out to be an absolute disaster for him with music like this. While it may seem like it could redefine Drake's image, it will only make Kendrick's disses hit even harder and seem like more of a success, as he said that he likes Drake with the melodies and wants him to make more music in this bag, as opposed to him trying to portray himself as this tough guy who we all know he's not. And maybe Drake has realized this himself, because also recently, one of Drake's biggest cheerleaders and pretty much unofficial OVO member, Academic, said during his live stream that he has spoken to Drake directly and that he has been told that he is not anywhere near done when it comes to going against Kendrick. Now, between somebody who has spoken to Drake time and time again in this beef and has had direct...
So what do y'all think about that? Should he just walk away? Should he walk away, honestly? Should he just chalk it up to the game and take the L like he did the Pusha T shit? Or, you know what I mean? Or should he continue to fight? I think he should continue to fight, nigga. This is your legacy. This is your livelihood. This is how you will be remembered, right? Yeah, you got hits for the last 15 years, cool, but just like Diddy been popping for 30 years, but now all niggas know is the shit that's alleged against him. Right or wrong, indifferent, right? I ain't on no side. I'm just saying your legacy can be wiped away with one misstep. One misstep, that's all it takes. One misstep could change your whole trajectory, is all I'm saying. So, you misstepping like how you did Hard Part 6. You know what I mean? And all this shit coming out that you didn't plant, and that, you know, that you're a fraud and you've been lying this whole time. You're not numbers and money wise ahead of Kendrick, how you keep proclaiming. You're not keeping it solid. You haven't given us any substance for the last 15 years. Where is the substance? On Drake's last album, y'all, what is he telling you? Okay, the one before that, what is he telling you? What are you learning? What are you gaining? What are your takeaways? Is all we're trying to figure out. You ain't giving us nothing, bro.
Telling us that he's still coming for Kendrick, but at the same time, Drake is posting.
And I'll show y'all my phone. I used to rock with y'all.
By posting pictures so casually and acting like nothing is happening that is altering his career forever. From the conflicting way Drake has talked in the shadows compared to the public image he's trying to put out again, the one thing that is very clear about all this confusion is that Drake is in a state of limbo right now where he is completely lost and does not know how to even come back from what Kendrick Lamar has done to him, because no matter what route he takes, Even he knows at this point that he will not be able to escape all of the controversy around his name and the humiliation that Kendrick has subjected him to. From being deemed a liar for saying such things that Kendrick's business manager, Dave Free, is the father of his son, to claiming he fed Kendrick false information, and then to be proven as a liar about this from a mysterious Twitter user who has been telling the world that he knows even more information that will ruin Drake's image that he's holding back. Drake has been knocked right back down to earth by being called out for the ridiculous ways that he tried to lyrically duel against Kendrick Lamar with, and while with somebody like Pusha T. When Drake lost, he was able to retain his image and success because he could hold his head high over his numbers, which Pusha T just could not match, no matter how effective his disses were and how good the music he was releasing against Drake was. With Kendrick Lamar now beating Drake at his own game by having multiple diss records that have outstreamed and outcharted Drake's. He can't even use the angle that he's went to over and over again to push back.
That's what I'm saying, though, y'all. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Bro, you survived the Pusha T because you were still putting out material. Like, nonstop is a banger. You know what I mean? Like, you were just putting out really good music, and you did a lot of sneak dissing on that Scorpion album. Or, I ain't gonna say sneak dissing. You did a lot of subbing on the Scorpion album, right? The Scorpion album's a really good album. Got a lot of hits on there. It's a good moment. But what is the takeaways from there? What's the takeaways from it? There is no takeaways. Again, one of my biggest critiques on Drake, he hasn't said nothing. Now, with that being said, it's nothing you could do because you can't out-rap Kendrick. Or, I say this, it's not even about, it hasn't been about rap. Just like Kate, I said on you before, it hasn't been about rap. It's been about who's the biggest hater, who's the most popular, right? Who, you know what I mean? Who can fudge the most numbers? That's what it's been about. And Drake has been number one at fudging the numbers. He's been number one. It's that magic. It's that secret sauce that he hit. You know what I mean? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I think Drake is sick right now. Also, he did just get his house shot up. You know, that's a real thing. And, you know, prayers for you and your fam and whoever else is involved in the situation. But for the simple fact that shit, a lot of time has went by. And we did a lot of decoding over these last few weeks, Drake. No matter what angle you take, it won't replace Not Like Us. Like, Family Matters is probably the best song. Like, again, Family Matters is probably the best song that came out in amongst this battle, but it doesn't matter. The culture is gravitating to Not Like Us. Family Matters is still top 5 on Billboard, but we just being real here. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, let's weigh in. Let's really debate. Let's really talk about it. Can Drake come back from this Kendrick battle? Can he come back from it? I'm signing out, y'all. Love.